Hi, I'm Kyle,
And my name's Steven.
and we are Fayble, custom furniture made easy. So furniture shopping today can be really overwhelming. Furniture stores are often crowded and confusing, and online furniture shopping isn't much better, where you have to search through thousands of pages of furniture pieces just to find what you need.
So this is a really big market in the US. In 2014, furniture sales reached $100 billion for the US alone. 9% of that was online furniture, and we think that we can improve that. We think that bringing innovation to the online furniture sales could drastically increase our revenues.
That's why we created Fayble. So this is our front page. So we've got a working prototype, and here's some examples of types of furniture that we would be able to have customizable available to the user. So you can see where I'm selecting through here, and I think I'm going to pick this bookshelf. So you can look around it in 3D in the browser, adjust the width, height, and you can see that the pricing and availability time is updated. So I think I'm going to add some horizontal shelves and make this a place for my record collection. And then you just click buy.
So let's look at the traditional model for furniture buying. One design is mass-produced. It's shipped out to storage warehouses, increasing inventory costs, and then it's sold on an online web browser, which is extremely complicated with thousands of items and pages to scroll through. Our model turns that upside down. We let the user take control of the design, select materials and dimensions. That design is then sent with right instructions to a fabrication factory and is flat pack shipped out to the consumer. There are zero inventory costs, and it allows us to produce a lean startup model for furniture design.
We're using industry standard technology like the CNC router, which is how we made this chair. And so we're using the same technology that regular furniture manufacturers are using. We're just making a slightly different product each time as opposed to the same thing every single time.
So here's just a quick example of what can be made with a CNC router. As you can see, there's anything from lighting to seating, shelving. Virtually, the designs could be limitless. Our target market is the online generation. We're connected to social media. This just became the largest group of consumers for furniture buying and spent $27 billion in 2014.
Our main competition is IKEA. They're great because they have low-cost contemporary designs, but their furniture shopping experience is really poor and they're often low quality. Plus, they have high inventory costs. Other competitors don't service the segment we're going after, are too restrictive with their customizability, or they just use a simple distributor model online.
So you should have the forecasting pamphlet in front of you if you'd like to look through that. For marketing, we are in early startup stage, so we are aiming at the social media circles, just promoting as much as we can early on. We keep clients, oh, excuse me, are we cut out?
Thanks.
So my first question is, given the context of millennials, there's reports out there that most likely millennials are going to be renting instead of owning homes. So have you guys considered that in your business model at all?
Absolutely. That's really why we're going after the low-cost model. That's why we've identified IKEA as the main competitor, because people aren't looking to keep a lot of these pieces of furniture for a long time, right? Yeah.
I got a question. With respect to wherever you might be manufacturing, it sounds like you have your own equipment. How much equipment is actually needed to produce a decent capacity for your demand, expected demand?
So we're in the process of developing our MVP. We're moving really quickly right now. We figure that about $10,000 worth of equipment and consumables will get us there in the next 2 months. So past that, we have an incubation stage where we'll be upgrading equipment to a capacity that exceeds our expenses.
So we've done a lot of planning on figuring out what specific equipment that we need. And so it is actually surprisingly low cost. So the $10,000 mark will get us to an MVP stage, and then we're going to be more along the $50,000 a mark per machine scaling level for a production setup.
As far as there's a lot of the manufacturing and the design of the pieces that you have. What's the finishing process like? Because you mentioned the quality of that furniture. When someone gets it, they want it to be finished a certain way.
Absolutely. So we're working with mainly pre-finished, so for example, this is pre-finished particle board. So all the surfaces are already exactly what we want. We can get pre-finished plywood, and so we're planning on having like a very lean manufacturing model in that sense, where there's very little, if any, human labor needed.
And how custom is the pieces that, because I noticed, they have shelf choices or maybe they have color choices.
Yeah, absolutely. We
how,
didn't show
how
that
how far is the customizability of it?
all the way. So
Okay.
we've developed the software ourselves, so we can make it as custom as we want, as custom as the building process will allow, which is pretty custom. But on that note, we're the ones deciding what the designs are. So we're not making it too open, so it's going to be confusing. So we're making sure that people will be able to get things that they want without trying to figure it out themselves.
One other thing is also, in that contemporary market, there's a lot of honor in who designed that piece. Do you have a background in that, or is there someone?
Absolutely,
Or is
yeah,
there
that's
people that
something we
you're-
had in our example page.
Yeah.
Is we show who actually designed it, and that creates this personal connection with the designer.
Yeah,
We'll
I think
have
that's
full
important.
bios of that and
For
stuff.
something that's online, that's important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.